Hey guys, so today I have another Valentine's Day makeup look. I already have 3 up on my channel. Actually, 2 of them are a little more subtle. One of them is a little bit smoky, and then I just wanted kind of a dramatic one. So that is what I did today. I just did this reddish pink smoky eye. I love how this one turned out. It's dramatic but not like too over the top. I didn't put any glitter or anything. I wanted to keep it nice and matte on the eyes just so it would be nice and dramatic but still kind of like a softer look. I really love how this one turned out. I feel like it's a perfect look for Valentine's Day, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you like this look. Let me know what you guys think about it. I would love to know, and let's just get into the video. Alrighty guys, so starting this off, I have my eyebrows already done, and I did already prime my eyelids. I just used my LA Girl concealer and set it with some powder. And if I sound kind of weird today, just because I have allergies and random days, I'll just like totally just feel like I'm dying. So my nose is just being all crazy, but I feel fine. So I still wanted to make this video because I know it's almost Valentine's Day and I had this one more idea I really wanted to do. So I'm going to take my Morphe M441 and I'm going to dip into the burnt orange. And yes, I'm using my Anastasia Modern Renaissance again. I just love this palette, and I promise next video I'll use a different one, but I'm just obsessing over this still. So I'm going to use this for my transition shade. I love this because it's like a really warm orangey brown, and I really want my crease to be nice and orangey, so I might put a little bit of Railgar because I realized in my last look I didn't even use it and I really wanted to, but we'll see. I'm just going to lightly put this color in the crease here for my transition shade. When I'm doing this a lot of times, I like to kind of like lift up my eyebrows too. I feel like that helps so you can see everything. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a more precise crease brush, and I'm going to take the shade Love Letter. It's this beautiful purpley pink. I guess it's like a fuchsia. And I'm going to put this into the crease, inner to outer corner. And I'm going to go back to my first blending brush. Blend those edges. I'm not putting any more product on this brush. I'm just using whatever was left over from when I put that first crease shade on. I always like to do circular motions. I feel like that really helps the blending process. Blending your eyeshadow takes time. I feel like that's why a lot of people are like, why can't I make my eyeshadow look good? You just really have to be patient and just take your time blending. There's a reason why women take so long doing their makeup. Alrighty, so that's looking pretty good to me now. I'm going to go in with the shade Red Ochre. I'm just going to take a flat brush and I'm going to pack this on the whole entire lid. Alrighty, so now that I have that shade packed all over my lid, I'm going to take this brush that I applied Love Letter with, and I'm just going to blend the edges just to make sure it's looking nice and seamless. And then once I just do this really quickly, then I'm going to go back in with Love Letter again to blend it out further. And then once I blended that pretty well, I'm going to go back into that first brush I used and blend further. I just don't want there to be any harsh lines like at the edges of my eyeshadow here. And don't worry, I will be cleaning up this edge too. I like to use a wipe for that and just make a crisp line. I don't like to use tape because just for me, it's really uncomfortable to have like a piece of tape on my eye like that. When I do my makeup, it's a nice like relaxing time for me, so I don't really want to be like uncomfortable. So I really like how this is looking so far. I love how you can see the orange and the red and like the purpley pink. I really wanted this to be kind of like a colorful look, so I'm loving how it looks right now. I think I do want to add a little bit of winged liner though, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up the edges. And I'm going to use my Morphe Gel Liner in Slate. It's just a nice matte black liner with my little detailed brush. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes and do my mascara. I'm going to use my Tarte curler, and then I'm going to use my two favorite mascaras, the L'Oreal Voluminous and the Telescopic. And a trick I like to do when I'm doing my mascara, and I don't want to like tight line my eye with an eyeliner. I don't like to do that because it always transfers to my bottom waterline and just makes it dark, and I don't like my bottom waterline to be dark. So if I'm using a fluffy brush like this one, I literally touch my waterline with it and I blink and I kind of like wiggle it in there and just really make sure I get all the way over, and it literally will tight line for you. You don't have to use any eyeliner. I don't like to do that trick when I'm using a plastic wand because sometimes those the little things on there can be a little bit pokey and kind of poke my waterline, but when using like a fluffier one like this, it doesn't feel weird at all. Alrighty, so the eyes are done now. You could totally go in with falsies if that's what you like to do. I personally just like to put on a whole bunch of mascara. It's more comfortable for me, and I feel like my eyelashes always just fall out whenever I use falsies, so I don't like to use them unless it's a special occasion. But yeah, I am basically done with the eyes now. I hope it's picking up the different colors on my eye, not looking like I just use like one eyeshadow, because in person you can tell the different colors and I'm just loving how it looks. I'm just going to go in and do the rest of my face. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Coverall Primer. I used this in my last video. It was my first time using it and I actually really liked it. So I'm going to go in with it again. I think the combo of this and the new Wet n Wild foundation looked really nice on the skin. And I used the shade Golden Beige, I think it was last time. Yeah, I used Golden Beige and it was too light for me, so I went out and got the shade Desert Beige, which looks a teeny bit too dark. So I think I'm going to use mostly this and then mix in a little bit of Golden Beige and I should be good to go. I got the shade Desert Beige though because it was a little bit dark, and I know for the summer... I tried to take my nose ring out and it fell into my shirt. Oh my god. So the reason I got the shade Desert Beige was because honestly in the store it looked like a pretty good match, and it is a little bit too dark, but I was okay with that because I know I'm going to get a lot tanner this summer, at least I hope. So I'm okay with that because I'll be able to use it for the summer, and I feel like this is going to be a really good foundation for the summer because for me personally it looked pretty matte on my skin, like really matte, so I think it's going to be my perfect summer foundation. I feel like this primer just makes my face look really smooth too. So I think I'm going to put this, I don't know, I think I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and then just mix them together a little bit. I was planning on just going in with this shade, but it is just a tad too dark. And I really don't like having my foundation be too dark. If anything, I'd rather it be a little bit light rather than too dark. So I'm just going to mix these together on the back of my hand a little bit. Doing like that ratio. Hopefully it makes a good color. Oh yeah, that looks like a good color for me. And I know it's going to look too dark at first, but my face is lighter than my body just because I exfoliated a lot, so just going with that much at first and see. I'm going to use my Beauty Blender too because I've been using my new L'Oreal one recently, which I love, but I'm going to switch it up and use my Beauty Blender again. Well, I'm really happy that I mixed those together because this literally made the perfect shade for me. I do feel like with this foundation, you definitely need to make sure you just take the time to blend it really well. I noticed last time and this time that I put it on that there were a couple spots that I had to make sure, like on my cheeks, that I really got it blended nicely, or else it was going to look a little bit splotchy. So I think this is a great foundation as long as you take the time blending it. And like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this looks like really matte to me. Like, I don't know if the lights maybe make it look like it's a teeny bit dewy on camera, I feel like, but I mean in person, this looks matte. Like, basically it looks like I powdered it already. I'm like so happy with this shade match. It really couldn't have been any more perfect. Yay! So happy with that. I just love this foundation, guys. I really love it if you just take the time to blend it. And it's only $5, like seriously. So now another new thing from Wet n Wild that I just got was this cushion corrector. It's a peach corrector for under your eyes. Like literally my face feels dry and like I have no makeup on it at all. I love that. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with this corrector. I love peachy correctors, and this is like a cushion one, I guess. It's like the new thing. Everyone's coming out with cushions. So I'm gonna use this under my eyes. It comes with like a little puff to put it on, but honestly I think I'm just gonna use my finger. I think it might be a little bit easier. So this is what it looks like. It's just a nice peachy color. Looks pretty light, but I think it'll work. So I'm literally just tapping my finger onto the sponge. Oh wow. Yeah, under my eye it literally just looks white. Whoa, that's weird. It literally looks white. I don't want to put too much. I hope that wasn't too much because that's like super light. But it definitely seems like it's going to brighten my under eye, so I guess that's a good thing. So I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender again. Blend that in. Just right where I get my darkness. I don't like to put too much of the corrector on, just right where the darkness is. Well, it definitely looks bright under there, so we'll see how it looks with my concealer. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I really like this concealer. It's in the shade Creamy Beige. I have a few different ones I use, but this one's a little bit darker, and I'm a little bit tanner right now, so I'm also going to use this to highlight my face a little bit. I don't really like to go down my nose. I feel like it looks like too much makeup, and I like when my freckles show a little bit. So I like to skip going down the nose and just go in these other places. And I also don't like to drag my concealer down too low. I don't know if it's a combination of like that foundation and that primer, or just the primer, or what it is, but I'm really loving how it's looking lately. So I'm going to go ahead and set that with my RCMA powder just because I'm obsessed with this stuff still. It's just a really good powder. It doesn't look super dry under my eyes because I tend to get really dry under eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and bake that with my Beauty Blender, and I'm also just going to carry a little bit of that powder on my chin, down the center of my face, to just set all that concealer I put on. My under eyes have been baking for a second, so now I'm going to go ahead and brush off powder under there. And I'm going to use my Kat Von D contour palette with this banana powder here. This is just going to brighten up my under eye as well as wipe off that baking powder. I like to put a little bit of this on my chin, center of my forehead as well, just to keep it nice and bright. Alrighty, so now for bronzer, I'm going to take first this Wet n Wild contour kit because I love this. I'm going to contour out my cheekbones just a tiny bit. I love this because it's just such a nice neutral bronzer shade. I'm also taking that right up on my forehead, my temples. Now, to further warm up my face, I'm going to use this Pure bronzer. I got this in my BoxyCharm. I wouldn't use this to contour because it is kind of shimmery. It's not glittery, but it's definitely got a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's called Mineral Glow. Definitely a glowy bronzer. So I feel like this would be really good just to put on your face for a really natural makeup look. But for this, I put the contour powder on. And now I'm going to take a larger brush and kind of warm up my face with this. I feel like it almost, I don't know, it doesn't look like matte on my face, but it's not like glittery at all, so I wouldn't be scared off by the shimmer. I like that. I feel like it's definitely good for a natural day. So now I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit. I'm going to go back into that Wet n Wild palette. Take just a tiny bit of that down the sides of my nose, up to my brow. So now for blush, I feel like I want to do like a pinky blush, so I think I'm going to go in with this one. And I might mix in one of these neutrally ones just to tone it down a bit. But go in. I'm going to take this Japanese brush right here. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty. Just on its own. Very pigmented blush. I'm just gonna blend it out. So now I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Lock On Gel Liner. This has been like my favorite thing to do lately. And I'm just gonna put this on my lower waterline just to kind of brighten everything up. This is just a good tip to do if you want to brighten up your eyes. And also if you don't like to use black eyeliner or you just don't want it to be so like deep and intense in your eyes, this is a good alternative. And then I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Great Lash on my lower lashes. Alrighty, so now I feel like the last thing to do is just my lips and my highlights. So another thing I got from my BoxyCharm for January was this vintage highlighter. It says by Jessica. Oh geez, I don't know how to say that. I'm just going to give you guys a close-up here. It's a beautiful highlighting palette. It comes with 2 shades here. They're absolutely gorgeous. This one here is called Rose Quartz and this is Chocolate Diamond. They're just really nice, not too intense highlights, which is what I love. Here's just a little swatch for you guys. I didn't build it up super crazy. I just did one little swipe. This is the Chocolate Diamond. This is the Rose Quartz. Beautiful. I think they work on a lot of skin tones too. And they're very shimmery. Very beautiful. Just how I like. I don't like mine to be really metallic, like in your face. So I think I might just kind of like mix them together. And you know what? I also got this fan brush in my box too, so I think I'm just gonna mix them together because I think the pink will look nice in this look. Wow, actually that gives you an intense glow. Oh my god. Didn't think it was gonna be that intense, but wow. Okay, so I feel like this could be a really dramatic highlight or a nice soft one. Guess I'm going with the dramatic look today because that just went on like bam. But I love it because it's not glittery at all. Just on the skin, it's just a nice glow. I really like that. That just reminded me I need to highlight the inner corner of my eye, so I'm going to go in with the shade Primavera. It's got a little bit of a pink tone to it. So I think I'm feeling nude lips for this look. I always like to do a nude when I do kind of a dramatic eye. So my favorite nude is still Naughty by ColourPop. I love it. And they're actually like discontinuing it. I found that out because I went on their website and they had like the last call section. And I was like, oh, let me check it out because I'm like always on that site. And this was on there. It made me so sad. So I ordered a backup because I just don't want to be without this lipstick. And I love how this looks right now. If you want a matte lip, then this is what it looks like that. But I'm feeling glossy right now. So I'm going to go in with the Aquarius lip gloss, also from ColourPop. Just put a little bit of that on top. So yeah guys, this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love how it turned out. It turned out really just how I had pictured in my mind, which makes me so happy because I love when that happens. Sometimes it doesn't always turn out like that. So yeah guys, this is my last minute little Valentine's Day makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for being here and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.